the wedding day tradition that some brides say should come to an end.
Smashing the wedding cake in your partner's face almost always leads to divorced couples. Those couples are more likely to get divorced.
One thing we agree on is that you have to set boundaries. Well, you know, we talk about this all the time. If somebody is cursing me out at home, you know, just in general, when we have arguments, if you're cussing me out now, it never gets better.
I'm not an alpha male. I'm not a beta male either. I'm just a better man. Better man.
Dante, you know when people cut their wedding cakes, right, at a wedding, right?
Yes.
And there's basically two ways to do it. It tends to be you cut the cake, you feed the bride, and if you feed the groom, you feed each other, and that's it. And some people like the tradition of smashing the wedding cake in each other's faces. Yeah. Well, it turns out that statistically, smashing the wedding cake in your partner's face almost always leads to divorced couples. Those couples are more likely to get divorced than couples that just gently feed it to each other.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah.
Why would you want to get divorced just because you smashed the cake in somebody's eye sockets?
You'd think it would be common sense, but I have some clips here. I think Extra was posting. Let's take a look at some of these that have gone viral because I used to do weddings with my dad. I used to videotape weddings for a living. And you'd see it every once in a while, but I think some of these have gotten out of hand, like even...
Day tradition. It's the wedding day tradition that some brides say should come to an end, like right away. We're talking about the custom of smashing wedding cake smack into the face of the blushing bride.
Damn.
And groom. Traditionally, newlyweds feed each other wedding cake at their reception. That's what me and my husband Mitch did at our wedding. But many bride and grooms go even further, and sometimes it can get way out of hand. How'd you like your wedding day to include a moment like this? Or this?
Oh, it's kind of gross.
Yeah. Lots of couples do love the wedding cake smash.
I think it's a cool idea.
Salvatore and Celeste Labullo had a big laugh at their wedding when she smashed wedding cake in his face.
He found it cute. I don't think he was expecting me to do it. It was a little out of character, and he thought it was funny.
And they know from cakes. They run the little cupcake bake shop in New York City.
This is some bullshit.
They say people specifically...
That's an inside job right there.
Yeah.
First of all, she smashed the cake into his face.
Yeah.
Right? That's why they found it cute.
First of all, that guy, can you show that guy? Because I want to smash a cake in his face, too, with his fucking ponytail. I want to put a nice cake.
Yeah, he does. That man bun, he does have a very cake punchable face.
And his girl is way hotter than him. Yeah. So she could, they have a what do you call it, tradition of smashing dog shit in his face.
Oh, yeah.
One recent poll showed 85% of people think wedding cake in your face is a terrible idea. Lori Baker says when her husband smashed the wedding cake in her face, it was a bad omen for the marriage.
You don't need to have a conversation. You have to know what is and isn't appropriate. Like, you should know that your lady's not going to want a cake smashing. And first of all, you shouldn't do it in general because you shouldn't do anything there should be no physical violence in a relationship, joking or not. Never.
Right.
Never. Because guess what? If that's how you treat somebody, like on your wedding day, on the best day of your life, which is supposed to be one of the best days of your life.
Well, depends on who's paying the bill, but go ahead.
That's true. But my point is, it's supposed to be a great day, one of your best moments. Imagine how you treat somebody or when you're having a fight.
Yeah.
So that means there's no boundaries.
Well, you know, we talk about this all the time. If somebody is cursing me out at home, you know, just in general, when we have arguments, one of the things we say right off the bat is that is unacceptable. Because if you're cussing me out now, understand something. It never gets better. It never gets better. If you love what we're doing here, go to patreon.com. It's the best way to support us and check out all the bonus content.
That's right, patreon.com/manschool202. We do weekly bonus episodes. We do listener mail, dating tips, and also, if you love the show, you can go back to the archive starting from episode 1. All the episodes will be there at patreon.com/manschool202.
When disrespect starts, it never gets better. Even with me and Harry, we argue back and forth about how how distinct the boundaries should be. I mean, I'm much harsher than that than Harry when it comes to boundaries. But one thing we agree on is that you have to set boundaries, and if he's willing to cross those boundaries, you got a real problem.
But also, here's another thing. This is another red flag before the incident happened, because you got to be with somebody. There's red flags. Like my girl knows that I'm not a smash a cake in your face person. She knows, because that's not the type of person I am. You got to know who you're with.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's possible that that's somebody you're with, that they do that, there's got to be nobody, I believe, is surprised. Ultimately, you might be upset, but you should know that this is the type of person you're with. Me and my girl, we don't do stupid pranks on each other. I don't do a thing where I'm around the corner and I sneak up and I scare the shit out of her, because I don't do that. I don't like that. Yeah. I don't like legitimately causing fear in somebody I love. Yeah. That's the couple we are. And I think that's best. Obviously, every couple is different, but you got to know what kind of couple you are and who you're with.
Yeah, yeah.
And there should be indicators.
If you're not paying attention in that, then there's a real problem.
Here. And groom.
He hit her with like a right hook. That's not even like...
Yeah, and he cocked back. Yeah. But, I mean, it's amazing to me how this is when we talk about ACE, we talk about the empathy. It's like, you really didn't pay attention if you're in that situation.
Dante, these couples, they're clearly having relationship problems. If you're having relationship problems or you need life advice, you can always reach out to me for a relationship consultation by emailing me at advicefromharry@gmail.com. Or if you want to get a hold of Dante, how can they get a hold of you so you can help fix their lives?
Just go to DanteNero.com and click on consult. It's all right there. You can book a session.
I'm not an alpha male. I'm not a beta male either. I'm just a better man. Well, put your happiness first, because if you don't, they won't.